is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs and MC. This DJ, he gets down.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
DJs in a Mic with your host, DJ Mike.
Is that a timetable?
And DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your time.
Give me the mic.
What's up?
What's up? And we are live. We're back.
Two DJs in a mic.
Yes, we had a week off last week because, of course, I was in Singapore last week, all week on the road. But we're back. We're live.
He got deported. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. We have a very special guest today, y'all. We got Mr. Rey. And is that Borja? How you say it? Borja?
Borja.
Okay.
Borja.
He's out of California, y'all, with Revospin. He is the mastermind behind some of the great things we see in the 360 industry and all that other stuff you see coming from Revospin. So go ahead, Mr. Rey. Take a moment to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you.
Hey guys, my name is Rey. I am one of the owner of Revospin, also Top Lighting USA, RBA Photobooths. We're a photo booth manufacturer, and we also manufacture a lot of the DJ gears that's out there. I've been in the industry for over 20 years now. My background for the DJ industry goes all the way back when I was in high school, just doing your simple average house DJ.
And since you said that,
we're gonna have to dive right into that.
What year was that, and what was it about this beautiful industry, the DJ industry, that pulled you to it?
That was about 1990, 91, 92. I was DJing house parties, most of my friends' birthday parties and stuff like that. I did it for the nookies, a lot of back when I was in high school, I wasn't too popular, you know what I mean? So in order for me to get some girls, and notice how
the ladies.
Out there and leverage my DJ equipment.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. So Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
So my question: did it work?
Oh yeah. Along the way, I lost, quite a few dollars, and it's a lot when you're in high school. I was getting my vinyl stolen, broken, my lights, they were being stolen. It's simply because I would take off. You know what I mean? While we're DJing, I'll have one of my friends continue it, and I'll go to a beach with a couple of girls, and we'll continue our parties there. But yeah, typical DJ.
Oh my God! I don't know if I've ever left my DJ equipment.
Yeah. And was this in the beautiful land of California?
Oh yeah, but I'll remind you, I was in high school.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Oh, so did you go to engineering school, or how did you get into creating DJ equipment, lighting, and stuff like that?
That's a good question. When I started, my background in the industry for DJ actually grew when I was working for Anvil Cases. It was a road case company, and I was their music liaison. I handled a lot of the DJ sales of it. I didn't go to any engineering school. I learned everything based on experience. I started there as a salesperson, and then got to know a few people that's doing the CAD drawings, the designing part of it. Really enjoyed it, and I needed to learn it. Throughout the years, what better ways to learn it than from other people who are actually doing it? I asked a lot of questions like, how do you do this square and that. Eventually, you puzzle it up, and the more you practice, you just get good at it. And a lot of people would think that I went to school for it, but I can do a design and send it to my engineer guy and have him cut the aluminum based on those drawings. So I didn't have any engineering background. It's basically through people that I've encountered throughout my life. It's their experience, it's their knowledge that I pick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I would say you didn't go to a school per se, but you went to a school
of hard knocks.
Yes, because the education is the education.
Yes.
And sometimes we think that we have to have some form of a certification in order to be something. But if you're certified, you're certified. The paper should not be the reason that people accept something that we do. It should be the work.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
well, don't skip on that one. Yeah, but I mean, it's your work should still qualify. If you're putting out a good product, you don't have to have paper.
Some people have a piece of paper and they don't know jack.
No.
I'm talking about jack.
Jack.
Yeah, might not even know how to spell it. But anyway.
Whoa. Okay. All right.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so Jeff asked the question, and I just want to get more into it. How did you get into the 360 photo booths? What got you into that?
About what got me to the 360 photo booth started back when I would say about 5 years ago. I've been in photo booth for over 10 years or 11 years. When I started in the photo booth industry, there were not a lot of people renting it. There were not a lot of people selling it. I would say I can name 3 companies, that was there during my time. Mojo Photo Booth, I don't think they're in the business anymore. And Andrew from Open Air Photo Booth. And then there's Kingdom Photo Booth. Those are the 3 ones that I know of. Other than that, most of the photo booths that I know now were my customer at some point. They bought photo booths from me. They wanted to do their own thing, and then they started their own. So as far as I can remember, that's were the 3 companies that started. I got into the photo booth industry because I saw a market. I saw a market that people are, renting their photo booth for a high cost. So I started renting first. Then I realized later that I wanted to sell it. And the reason why I wanted to sell it is because there was that fear inside me that the photo booth industry was going to be a trend, that it was going to be a fad. That somewhere along the line, the industry would just vanish, people are going to get. So in order for me to understand on how to build the industry, I knew that I had to sell a lot of them. I needed to make it affordable for people to get into the business. I dropped my price and started educating a lot of my customers, letting them know that they can make good money doing it, and at the same time making it affordable for them.
So I have to stop you and ask a question. So when you first started selling them, were they about 10,000 for just the basic photo booth?
No, Mojo and the rest of those guys, they were selling it for like that about that price, 10 grand. I was selling it at half the price.
Oh, so you jumped in at about 5,000 and kicked it on the, hit the market real hard.
Right, and even that wasn't enough. So what I had to do was I had to show people how to make it themselves. I basically built the shell and sold thousands of them. I showed them how to put the monitor, how to put the computer. I basically educated them in terms of how to do, including the software, so that they can get into the business. Because let's face it, nobody's going to want to take a risk. They can see the probable profit, but at the end of the day, if they can't afford it, they won't come in. So I needed to make sure that they can understand that the risk is very minimal if they just do the work. And that's what I did for several years. Fast later, I came across one of my customer who is an avid, he's a very good customer and also friend. Him and I are always talking and communicating. He told me, he goes, hey, I came across a 360. It's pretty cool. It is a really great concept. Nobody's selling it. But they're renting it for, I believe he said the event that he was in paid them about 30 grand. That blew my mind.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the first time I have ever encountered the 360. And
do you remember when that was? What year?
I want to say 7 years ago.
Wow. Okay.
He had asked me to make one for him. And I said, I brushed it off. I said, I can't, because I'm so cool with the photo booth. I'm doing good in it. And then later on down the line, I had another customer ask me to make one. And I made one. It's funny because the way I made it was, I have a friend who manufactures the bull ride, where they ride the bull, on party.
Yeah.
All right. So I rented one of my friends to my wife's birthday party. I had a party at my house, and he did, obviously he's a friend of mine, so he did the bull ride for free, and we were talking, and he's like, and I asked him, I go, hey, Francisco, those mechanisms you use in your bull ride when you make, how does it work? How does it function? He shows it to me. I was like, oh yeah. I said, this can work. I said, I need a favor. I said, I'm gonna come down your warehouse and we're gonna do something together. I'll pay you to do a 360 and let me know how that plays out. So the very first one we did was about 7 years ago. I put it on my Facebook timeline, and it was like really tall. You know what I mean? And we put the bull ride mechanism, so it'll go, 360.
So did it go around then, or did you make it go around on the first one, or was it doing something else?
Yeah, we made it go around, but the height was like almost 2 feet. It was so tall, so dangerous. And then, now you have remote control for the 360. Back then, the ones that I made had a little red button that you push, right? And it felt like it's like when you push it, the thing will go on. But that little thing looks like a trigger bomb. I was like, Dad, this is not going to work, And that was the first one that I made, and I sold it to one of my friends who needed it, really wanted to rent it. And I said, that's the prototype, and I'm not going to make it anymore. That's what I said. It's just too hard. And then that was the first time I made it. After a while, I started seeing more of the popularity of it and realized that's how you make it. So after seeing it, the way I did it was completely wrong. But after seeing another person make it, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's what I needed to do. So it gotten easier for me after seeing it, the second time. So the way I did mine was wrong, and I made it too complicated, So after seeing other people's 360, there wasn't a lot. I saw maybe a couple more. It was from a company called OrcaView. I saw what they did. They had a patent, and their patent was the balance thing. And I checked it out. It was pretty cool.
So, are they the originators, or did they make the first one that was right, and then you got off of them, or did y'all kind of got it about the same time?
I think they were there first, but I don't think they were the originator. There are other 360s I had seen before them, but just done differently.
They're the first one to put in the patent, though, right?
Yeah, they were. I would say they did it right, with their concept.
Yeah,
that's what I would say. But I don't think they were the originator, and I don't think the concept is patentable because it's been done before. In the similar.
So with everything that's out there now in regards to the 360 booths, what's unique about your 360 booth?
That's a good question.
That's why we ask them.
Good question. I think what separates us is we put everything in a bundle. We put what we need. It's like this. Back in the days, you could buy a photo booth and put everything together yourself. Yeah. And you're kind of blindfolded, and you're trying to get everything all squared away with what type of touch screen, what type of monitor, the software and all that. I see the complication in that throughout the years. I see a lot of things part of it. When we Revo, we bundled everything and made it easy. So anybody can come in and say, I want to get into the 360. Here it is, the whole bundle. You don't need to do a lot of research. We pretty much did it for you.
Yeah.
So that's what separates us. We literally went through a lot of work in creating the support, the videos. Like if people buy a photo booth from us, the hardest part about selling a product is providing the support. Yeah. It's easy to sell. I mean, selling.
Yeah, you have a pretty big team though, because every time I see y'all out, y'all got about 5, 6, 7 people at the show. So,
but it's never enough. I'll tell you that.
Never enough.
You need people to help you grow your business. Otherwise, it's gonna get complicated. Like I tell my team all the time, look, guys, selling is easy. You got China selling all kinds of things easy. What separates us from them is the support. It's the comfort that we provide to our customers. Yeah, a customer comes to me and they say, can you give me a break? Your price is too high. I look at it and I go, my price isn't that high. I mean, I've seen some of my competitors that have a higher price, but when they're naming off a price that's really, really low, I said, look, man, if you're going to come into the business to save money, I tell them I'm not the right company. I know a company that can save you half the price of what you can spend from me. And I would give them, China with the contact information, the email them. And, I always tell them, I go, look, I'm not the right company if you're just in for the saving. Now, if you're in, if you want to come into the business to grow your business and to have support, to be able to, to have a comfort in your purchase and make sure that somebody's there, that you got somebody there that can help you when you come across a situation where you need help, that's us. That's not China.
So that would be your claim. That's what you try to provide at Revospin is great customer support after the sale.
Yes. You can't win everybody, but yes, that's ultimately our goal is to focus on our client and make sure that they're taken care of, and in the most, reasonable way,
Yeah, and with some people with support, when you have some people that just feel like they can do it themselves, none of those things really matter until something goes wrong.
Yeah.
And the sad part with that, sometimes they try to make that problem, your problem instead of, a user's error, so to speak.
Yeah.
So that's the sad part with that.
Yeah, we get a lot of customers that buys, from different companies, and they'll come to us and ask us for help, and they'll say, oh, I can't get any help from them, whether that's here in the U.S. or in China. We try to do our best to help them, but it's sad because we didn't get compensated for it. But what can we do, right?
Well, that's good you do that. At the end of this, I got to tell you a story about something, but we'll do it at the end. We're gonna keep moving on. So
how did you get into making DJ booths, and what's unique about yours?
DJ booth, I would say way before I started in the photo booth industry, I was already in the DJ industry. Because in a case company called Case World. When I left Anvil Cases, I was their DJ liaison. I was their music liaison. I dealt with Guitar Center. I dealt with Sam Ash, everything that has to do with DJ. That was me. When we came to Anvil Cases, if they were a DJ and they need their Technic 1200s, and at that time it was the Vestax that they were using for a mixer, I would design this case, and because I have a DJ background back in the days, I loved it. It was so cool to design a nice kick-ass road case. Everybody had a different way of designing it. I love that. So when I started my own case company, I focused on it. Most of my customers are deep, and there's a different varieties of wants into their cases. And I would make 2 sets of Technic 1200 and a separate case for a Vestax case, and I'll make a DJ coffin, I'll make a slider, all that stuff. It was cool doing it, Yeah. And over the years, Odyssey came in the game and changed the game. I mean, boom, 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 boom. They were selling a bunch of them. So for a while, the DJ industry just got into this, regular thing where it's just a road case. When you think of DJ coffin, you're thinking road cases. When you think of road case. Well, actually, I take that back. It was the carpeting and then the road case.
Yeah, so, coffin, that carpeted coffin.
Yeah. And then it went to the road cases. But for so many years, that's how it's been. And it's just, you look in the TV, somebody's DJing, it's a road case. And then I thought, I remember telling myself, I go, man, it's time to modernize that industry. It's time to actually really, really start making it more, because for me, DJ is all about presentation. It's what you put out into the crowd. That's what gets them hype. It's the vibe, and I just figured that if we can come up with something cool, that's next level.
You did. Yeah. You came up with something cool.
Yeah.
So how is it selling? A lot of DJs getting it, or?
A lot of DJs are at first, the regular price for the digital DJ booth that I have there is $5,900. At $5,900, I make a decent profit margin, and but it's too expensive. Not a lot of DJs don't have $5,900 in their pocket unless this is what you do for a living, and you're full time and you're really focused in it. So, but not a lot of people are willing to invest that kind of money. So. But I knew that the product that I have launching here, which is the digital DJ booth, I knew that needed to stay in the market. That needs to use. It's a next level up to your game as a DJ. It really makes you feel good. So the question in my mind is, how do I get this in their hand? How do I get them to invest so that it's not too much for them? So I did my cost, and I go, you know what? If I break even, at least it's out there in the market. That's the start. So I sold it for $3,500, and I'm not making any money on that one. You can do the math. These are LED video wall panels, and it comes with a Nova Star controller. So there's not a lot of money to be made, but what I'm banking on is people using it. People are actually, understanding what I'm trying to say. It's like, look, this is the next level up for your event. It feels good, And there's a lot of ways for you to get creative. and I just really feel the same concept as I did in the photo booth. In order for me to build this, I have to sell enough. Let's just say it's boring when you're alone. You know what I mean? You need players to come and play the game.
Wow.
So that's what I'm creating, players to play and use digital DJ booth to really see, what I'm seeing.
Yeah. So how many panels are on the booth altogether?
There's 5 panels.
Okay. So 5. I mean, it's 5. Just 5 panels. 5 long panels. They what, like
5 panels? Yeah, 5 LED video wall panels. They're about 500,000.
Yeah, that's it. So you got one long one on the side and 3 in the front and another one on the side.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
He sent me a whole video on how to put it together. I didn't realize. I'm sorry. I didn't know you had put the video control thing with it also. I didn't know it came with that. Wow. So you can run video. That's to run videos. You can run different things on each side. You can change it all up and make it. So I can't wait to see this in Chicago in a couple weeks now. My goodness. Hey, I'm learning something today. I looked at it, but dang, I didn't know you did that. That came with it. Cool.
Yeah, well, let us say this right quick. Let me just drop a little bomb. We'll be in Chicago in a couple of weeks, and we will do a demo with Ray and show it to you guys live. But what I'm going to ask Jeff to do is to grab that link and drop that link in the box.
Okay.
Because this is what you call taking your game to the next level.
Next level.
Now, some of us, we pay $20 for a 20-piece nugget at McDonald's, but we don't want to invest in our business. And I've seen it, but I haven't seen it, Ray. So I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm like, wow. So
I didn't realize. I really didn't realize that. So what all can you do with that controller? I mean, that box that's in there.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Ray.
talk to us, Ray. Oh my gosh!
Don't drop the mic when you finish. Just talk to us.
I made it simple and easy. When you get the unit that you buy from me, you have a laptop where you can play your music or whatever. As long as you plug in that HDMI from your laptop to the NovaStar controller, you're set. Whatever you put on the laptop, it's going to be projected into that LED panels, that LED video wall. All right. So on the back, there's a couple of HDMI. So if you have a camera and you actually connect your camera with HDMI and you actually point it to the crowd, because let's face it, who doesn't want to see themselves into the big screen dancing? You know what I mean?
That makes people dance.
Yes.
That's like looking in a mirror.
The
clubs used to have all the mirrors and people just doing their little thing, and
Right.
Yeah. So yeah.
Just pushing a button. So HDMI 1, HDMI 2. So you go HDMI 1.
So can you break it up to like, okay, I'll put my laptop in the front, I'll let them dance on the sides, or I'll put them in dancing on the side, I can put the video on the side, or put some pictures.
Yeah, you can switch it around. Just goes, all right, let's get them to.
So I mean, it really is worth it, especially LED. Well, not everybody knows, but LED panels are extremely hot. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty cool. So that's pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah,
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see it now, man. I really can't wait to put my hands on it and mess with it. I'll make sure I have an HDMI cable with my laptop with me, and I got a few videos in there.
So,
yeah.
I do have one more question about the booth.
Sure.
So you're saying that you can switch around, go from HDMI 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to have all 3 playing at one time? Say you have your logo, your company logo on the side, and you have the crowd dancing on the front. Do it have that capability?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if you can. I don't see why you can't. I think it's just a matter of separating the ratio of the screen, but we haven't tried it. So far, what we've tried is, shooting the camera on the dance floor. That's cool. And then put it to the music video, and then just people. That's all I saw, in my brain. But what you're seeing, I'd love to try it. I'd love to figure that part out. So that's definitely.
I gotta ask this question: has anybody in Dallas market got it yet?
No, I haven't shipped anything yet because the only ones I got is just a prototype.
Oh, so you haven't shipped it? You haven't actually shipped it out to anybody yet?
Nobody has.
Okay, all right, cool.
Well, I need to bring my computer down there. We just set up and
we will
and just shoot some stuff.
We will. Wow.
I wanted to.
I thought it was already on the market. I could have swore DJ told me he had one. Some guy in the group said he might have one. No. So nobody has it yet.
Nobody has it yet. This is something that I just started doing, and I had a pre-sale on the same price because I didn't want to. The one thing I wanted to avoid was to buy a whole bunch of LED video walls because that could cost in thousands and thousands of dollars, and nobody likes that except me. I'd be stuck with it.
Yeah. Wow. So. Oh, wow. So what made you just said one day I just want to do something out of the ordinary, just totally different, give DJs another whole concept instead of just putting a flat screen in front of them. You want to give them LED walls around that DJ booth.
I was at Coachella years ago. They had that similar, I think it was, I forget who was the DJ, but it put me in a trance.
Are you talking about at Mobile Beat?
No, Coachella is like a festival.
Oh, you at Coachella. Okay, go ahead. All right.
Yeah. And at that time when I was there, they had a DJ, and it was, it's a bigger concept though of that kind. LED walls. It was like it puts you in a trance, right? And I get another event where it's almost similar but a lower scale of presentation. But the vibe that I got was just different. As a person who's there, as a guest, dancing, and it made me feel different. And I said, man, what if I can go to parties and feel that all the time? Not pay, you know what I mean? Just put everybody into that special level of DJ. That's what I want. I want to see my guy, who I know is DJing, put him there and like, damn, that's so cool. You know what I mean? I want that. In order for me to make that happen, the presentation has to be there, because for me, to be a DJ, that's a talent. To be a photo booth owner, you push the button. DJs, you gotta have,
Come on, Ray. It takes a little talent to come in here and say, "Come on, take this picture, put in your phone number." It takes a little bit of talent.
Right. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, as a DJ, you gotta be able to connect with your crowd. So besides that, you gotta have presentation. You combine those two, and that's a little bit more challenging. So in the photo booth side of it, your talent has to be honed in your presentation as well. But let's just put it this way: I sold a lot of photo booths to customers, okay, and they've done very, very well. But can anybody just be a DJ?
Wow, Ray.
They try.
You're going hard on them.
They try, Ray.
I have another question. So, is there a case for this, or how many cases is for this booth?
There is a case that we're deciding for it. There is a case. Yeah.
So, will the case come with it?
No.
Separate.
The case is optional. The case is optional simply because some of the orders that I have are for people who are DJing the club.
Okay.
More of a permanent
and
install.
They just don't leave it there in a club.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, understand.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
So, are you getting a lot of inquiries, or are they ready to ship?
I'm still making it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still making it, and I'm getting a lot of inquiries for it. Most of my inquiries are, does it have wheels? Can I have wheels on it? So I designed a little attachable wheels to attach underneath it. You hear enough of it, you start to do it. So
Yeah, and like, is this the first show that it's been to that's coming to Marquee, or has it been somewhere?
I had Event Industry Expo a couple of weeks ago. That was cool. We sold about 9 of those DJ booths there. It was, the show was good. Made a lot of great connections, connections that I've never connected before. So that's cool.
And that's not too bad. It says it only weighs 120 pounds, so that's not too bad. And it's 40 inches tall, right?
Right.
Is it going to be permanently on wheels? So it's going to make it about 42 inches tall?
But the way I designed the caster board is, okay, so you got a caster board, right? And here's a board. You put a wheel. If I did it that way, it'd be about 7 inches tall extra. That's not good. No. The height is perfect right now. So what I did is I did a caster board and I did a bezel. So it goes boop, 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 boop. So it's actually recessed in here, and then I put the wheels inside. So it's almost like a refrigerator. So now when you're looking, there's wheels. When you're looking at it from this angle and you're about this, like 6 feet or 7 feet away, you really see the wheels. It's like your fridge. There's wheels in there. You just can't see it.
Man, I'm ready to see it now. I can't wait till the 26th of June to see this thing.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I know, man. Wow. Brother, you put some thought into this. So how many have you sold? Just those 6 that you had pre-ordered, those 9 you had pre-ordered?
There's a total of 28.
Okay.
28 pre-orders.
And how much is it going to be with the case, or how much is the case going to be?
The case, it's going to cost me about $500. Like I said, I'm not making any money on these sales, and $500 for the case. If I'm a road case company by trade, that's what I did for a living. The kind of case is easily $1,500 to $1,800. Easily.
So you said the case is only going to be 5. So the total right now that I'm looking at, you said you dropped it down to 35?
Well, the DJ booth is 3,500. The case is 500.
Oh, okay, so that's what the total is right now. That 4,000 is for everything.
With the case, yeah.
Oh, wow. Woo, we're gonna have to do some talking in Chicago.
Yeah.
I like it. I think that's different. I don't do a lot of clubs or a lot of stuff like that, but I think it would be unique and different at the right type of weddings or the right type of events. That is.
Some people are spending $2,500 to $3,000 on their DJ.
Yeah, now we can't talk about that. We know them, Ray.
Right.
Speak freely, Ray.
Ray. Go ahead. No, we know it's cool. But you're right. They spending $4,000 and they get nothing, or $3,000 on something, and you're not getting. That's not $4,000 is not bad for 5 LED panels, man. I'm just sorry, 35. That's not bad. And you got a hell of a presentation and advertise with the couple's names. You can put, at weddings I wouldn't put my logo up. I mean, but you can pull up a hell of a slideshow. You could take some pictures, do some. Chris Rossborn. Have you met him yet? Out of Connecticut or New Jersey, something like that.
Sounds familiar.
He's a Asian guy. And he does.
Yeah.
You met Chris. So he does at weddings. He'll videotape or, get pictures from his photo booth, anything at the wedding, and go put him on his TV screens at the wedding. This would be the perfect booth for him, man. I mean, it would be great because no more putting up a TV. Boy, yeah, I could think of so many things I wouldn't have to do. Yeah, you could do it.
I'm just saying, and just being realistically speaking, yes, it's $4,000, but you can get that money back so fast because you can use it for monograms, you can use it for slideshows, you can use it for so many different things for your customers. You can use it for, like you say, we're gonna see everybody dancing. We're gonna do all kind of stuff. I'm going to advertise my brand. It's a branding genius move. I like it. I can't wait to sit behind it in 2 weeks.
Man, so from inception to actually getting it out and getting the pictures and stuff, how long have you been actually working on it?
Say again?
So from the time it hit you in the head and the light went off and you said, okay, I'm going to do this, how long did it take you to actually get it to, where it's at right now?
About a year. I've been contemplating on doing this for over a year. But the ones that I'm seeing is that there's LED panels that are actually, you can connect it. The problem with that is, they're not thinking about the longevity of it. It's like, yeah, but if you take it here, it's going to break. There's no protection. Also, there's no shelves. There's a lot of stuff that's missing. So it wasn't just that. And the price point was so expensive. In terms of price point, when I was thinking of doing this, the LED video walls back then, you would have to pay like almost $1,200 a panel.
I mean, just for like 4 panels was about $8,000. That's why I'm telling everybody. That's not. I mean, I remember Chavez had the 4 panels, that little case. That thing was about $5,000, and it didn't even include this box that they don't understand. When I saw that, I was sold, because I'm like, man, now it's even got that box, because that box is what, about $800 to $1,000 by itself, maybe more.
They range differently. Yeah, the Novastar, that's no joke.
Novastar, yeah.
Y'all need, for those of you guys that are interested in it, we dropped the link in the comment, and I'll drop the link myself too.
Mm-hmm. And I'll send you the video, and we'll post the video up, because Ray sent me the video through Telegram because it's so big. I don't know where I saw it at. Where did I see it at? Where I hit you sidebar and you told me, and you said I got to send it to you another way because it's so big. It's such a big file.
Telegram.
Was that in Keith's? Was that in Marquee, or was that somewhere else? Was that in DJ Sharon, or which one? I can't remember, but yeah, I have a video, a demo of it too, guys, putting it together and everything. So I'll share that with everybody too. But
right. I loaded up to the RBA Photobooths YouTube channel.
Yeah. So we'll drop it. I'll put it on our YouTube channel and share the link everywhere. That way it'll be out there, and then I can get some clicks too.
Yeah, I try not to. So that it shows how it breaks down.
Yeah, he shows everything. Yeah, I posted it in our DJ group, DJ Crosstalk, and I was like, man, that is really cool. But I didn't even look at the Novastar thing. I just thought you had the panels and just regular hook up HDMI, and you just play what's coming out of your Serato or your record box. But man, now that I see that is really cool, man. Wow. Really, really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So did you have an engineer help you, or just you designing it and somebody cutting it and putting it together for you? Because see, you making it where people don't need to go to school, Ray.
That's all me.
Wow.
My staff, my guy, him and I kind of toyed with the idea, and obviously along with it, I guess you could say that he did it at the Revospin or Top Lighting USA.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of talked together and figured out how we're going to do the frame and how we're going to lock it in, and made a first prototype, made some tweaks after that. It's funny because the first prototype, people were like, oh, this is perfect for a bar, portable bar. People mix drinks.
Yeah, but then I'd be like, at weddings, I'm already mad when somebody sit a drink on a sub or on something. So a bar would be even worse. You probably have to have it up away from everybody. But it would be great for a bar or club. I mean, but it's not. I think you just need LED wall in the club, because you just need to play it somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But I do understand the concept. But this is great for weddings. Like he said, we could do monograms, you could do shout outs, you could do all kind of stuff. Because we have another guy that's came on the show. We could put out the QRC code up for requests. You can do all kind of stuff. I mean, you could, yeah.
I'll be an upselling fool.
But man, I can't wait to see it, man. Wow. I mean, this is cool. 1 year. So you sit down and say, okay, I'm going to do this, and bam, here it comes.
It's been fun. I mean, I can't complain.
You don't need to complain. Yeah. And I'm glad you're coming out, because Keith said you don't really go to DJ shows much. You usually just sing your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think I've ever met you, but I know I've met a young lady, the same young lady, like 2 or 3 times whenever I go to, when I went to Wedding MBA, I met her at Wedding MBA and Max or PBX, PX. So yeah, it would be cool to meet you for the first time.
Likewise. I'd love to meet you guys. I think it'll be fun.
Oh yes.
So,
I look
so I'm gonna throw it out here
myself.
now, just in case. If anybody has a question for Ray about this magnificent booth, go ahead and drop your questions in the comments in there, and tell them how they can find you, Ray. Where do they find you at? What's your if they're looking for you? Well, of course, I just put the link in there, so you can just go to that link. But
Your
social media, if you're
handle.
dropping any new stuff or want to tell anybody anything about the product.
Well, follow me on my Facebook.
What is your Facebook, Ray?
Product. When I have a new product, that's where I always. It's just convenient for me to just go there and just go live.
Is it under your name?
What's your Facebook?
Yeah, it's Rey Borja. If you guys are local to City of Industry, like you're in LA, in an Empire, anywhere in Chino, Covina, wherever. I'm in City of Industry. We have a nice, good size showroom that you guys can actually check this out from. And the showroom varies from DJ booth to a lot of photo booths and 360 photo booths that you can check out. So all our new stuff is in our showroom. It's open to the public. We welcome you there, to come by anytime.
Well, don't tell them to come before we see you, right? That's not the point. That's not the point of this conversation. But okay, so you got it on your. I don't see it on your Facebook page. I hope I'm on the right one.
Yeah.
What was your last post?
My last post was with a video wall, and I split it into 3. And then
yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you can do it on that, you can do it on the side of that, on that with 5 panels. You just got to figure out the ratio and the split. Yep.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any questions, drop them in the box, man. What else? What else you got in that brain? What else is coming down the line, or what else are you selling or really proud of that you got out there on the market?
That's pretty much it. Other than I'm doing some little stuff like the DJ podiums.
Okay.
There's a lot of podiums there that's being done now. But what I want to actually add on mine is I want to add LEDs. A little trick it out a little bit. I want to put like a stretch screen in front. Where you can actually do monograms and other stuff like that. But make it. I'm working on how I can create something cool, but make it affordable,
I like that.
Do you ever have like maybe 10 DJs, sit them down in a round table besides what's in your head and let them help you figure out the concept? You ever thought about doing that, just getting, flying us out to LA and say, hey, we're going to sit down, we're going to break bread, and we're going to design this thing?
It's funny you mentioned.
Put it down, Ray, whenever you get ready.
And Ezra, those are my guys. They come down. I pick their brains all the time.
Yeah. So now, but that's really cool. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure it would break up, but yep. So y'all follow him at Rey ReyBorja on Facebook to see all of his products. You can go back and probably look at some pictures, photos, videos. Is that video on this page somewhere, Ray?
Yeah, it's my personal Facebook page. I maxed out on my friend's request. If you could just follow me.
You mean I just made it in?
Well, here's what I do. Usually, when somebody asks a request, I would have to go to my friends list, and I would go to the least active friends, and I would unfriend them. They won't notice anyway because we don't communicate as much because obviously, and I would add a new friend.
And you know what's funny about that, Ray? I do the same thing.
So do you have 2? Because there's one that I see one with Photo Expo on it. Where is that?
I have 4 Rey Borja.
Oh my God, Ray.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. Okay, but I know which one to follow.
Yeah.
Looks like a whole bunch of people I know follow you too.
Yeah, I have like several accounts, and the reason why is because mine filled up really quick on the first one, and I was just adding friends, and needed more friends, but Facebook blocked it to 5,000, so I had to open up a new.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
Yeah.
capped it off at 5,000.
Yeah, and I made one for my page, Facebook page, but I'm not really active to it.
Okay. So if we need something, just go to this page and we can get it.
Yeah, I got you.
Anything else you want to tell us about? Anything else you got going on? Looking forward to being in Chicago. What else?
Not much. I'm gonna be at Marquee Show. For those of you guys who wants to hang out and check out the DJ booth and other products that we got there. Would love to say hi to you guys and just hang out and hang out.
Okay. Wow. So go ahead, Mike.
Well, I'm just saying we really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule.
We appreciate you.
Sit down and chat with us and tell us about your unique products because they're very unique.
Did we miss any questions?
No, we didn't miss any questions. I think a lot of people that's listening, their brains are blown.
I know I am because I guess I'm gonna go watch that video real close because I didn't know that was included. I knew it was over the top. I didn't even want to look at the price when I saw the 5 LED walls being put together. I said that thing's probably $6,000-$7,000, man, because that's real. That's unreal, man. That is a great price. I'm gonna look in the camera. That is a great damn price, $4,000. Because like I say, the walls are probably worth $4,000 by themselves. And then that box that's on there that can control it is probably $1,000 by itself. Then he's throwing in a case for $500.
Yeah.
Oh man, Ray, you need some salesmen? I'm ready to sell.
Yeah. I would say this here, Ray, and I know when we're building products, it's like having software. You have updates.
Yeah.
One of the updates that I would look forward to seeing is maybe 3 like GoPro cameras mounted.
Or a mount for your camera.
Or a mount where you can put the cameras to look out in the audience.
Do you have mounts on there for the cameras already?
Say again?
Do you have mounts for the cameras, not just the laptop stand, or do you have a tripod or maybe a gooseneck that we can put? I told you need to sit down with us. We will give you the concepts that other people haven't thought about. You got a question?
Yeah. We got one guy said, DJ KG, one soul already. He wants one. Yes.
See?
Yes. Because it's a game changer. Right?
It is. It really is
a game changer. We have a guy here local. His name is DJ Alvin G.
Yeah.
And he's built that same thing for himself. He has himself enclosed, and his, instead of the LEDs or TVs, it's in a box. And he has his camera, his overhead camera, and he has some other camera angles where when he clicks over the overhead, they see what he's doing. DJ-wise. And I think that's very, it's very unique too.
Yeah.
But you have that in that DJ booth, and it's great.
Yeah.
My only concern is how tall it is for me because I'm not a man of large stature, and I don't want to be standing on a box.
On a milk crate.
Yeah, on a milk crate. I need to be seen. I don't want them to see me like this here, Ray.
Hey, but since he said that, this came up with an idea. When you do put a camera on there, get one of those 360 cameras, the one that takes the front and the back. You heard of those?
Yeah.
That way the DJ, it could be on the crowd and the DJ, he can get footage of both. Yeah, we could come up with so many things just sitting here looking at it. I mean, we'll be in a room, we'll have about 500 ideas.
Yeah, we'll catch you in shot time.
That is really awesome, bro. Keith, we can't wait to come over your house and play with yours, brother, when you get it.
Yeah.
If we don't get one first, but man, that's great. I really like that.
I need that for my reel.
Yeah, and you do. Yeah, that would be really cool.
And the DJ booth actually it's optional. You could put the acrylic front, just in case somebody goes there and accidentally kicks it in that.
I gotta give Mike the video because he had somebody kick the front of the TVs and the side, and it's got acrylic that you can slide in front of them that don't let them break.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's thought of everything. I mean, it's really. I thought I shared the video. Maybe
You
he
did.
didn't.
I've been so busy, but I will look at it tonight.
Yeah, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna look at it
yeah,
again in depth.
yeah.
Do you have talking about the Nova Star in there too, or are you just showing the concept of putting everything together?
On my live video, on my Facebook today, I did a live video on the Nova Star, just showing them how it looks like.
So I'm gonna ask you why you didn't tag us, Ray, so we could have saw that. Me and Mike would have loved to have seen that. We'd have stopped down to watch that. So next time you go live, the first 2 people you need to tag is Jeff and Mike, so we can see it and know, man. But that, I mean, guys, that's
I'm dropping the mic.
Yeah, you thought of this is a game changer. You know, you see game changers. This is one right here. I like that.
Yeah.
So I thought when you were going to say acrylic, though, is there a way to do it without having the TVs in it? If you want to just go cheap and still use your same booth, because I know it's got a built-in tabletop and shelf. It's got a shelf built in too, right? A couple shelves.
Yeah. I mean, there's a way where you can slide in a clear acrylic. I did that, to protect the screen in case something happened. But yeah, like if you don't want to buy the screen and you just want to buy the frame, you could technically put, like a frosted acrylic inside that, and then put LED, and that would be like the low version of the DJ booth.
Wow. Okay, but no, we want. Yeah, you can use. But I guess it's not too heavy without the TVs in it too. It probably wouldn't be too heavy.
The frame is like 25 pounds.
Okay, so those screens are really not that heavy.
Oh, that's good.
The screen is like 25 to 30 pounds. It's not that heavy at all.
Oh, no, it's not.
So, those wall screen, those were heavy.
Okay.
The new ones, no, they're pretty light.
Yeah. So I got one more question because I haven't saw the video yet. So setup and breakdown, about how long does it take to set up one and break it down?
That's the kicker. I try to tell people you don't have. Number one, to install the panels, it isn't that bad because there's actually one bolt that you can connect on the back of the panel, and then once it's bolted, it's really secured. So it doesn't take that long, but I designed it that way so that it can break down into that many pieces for the guys who doesn't have a big warehouse or a storage space, and they want to be able to store it, so they can break it apart and store it that way. But the way I have designed the case is so that the panels are already there. It just kind of rolls in the case, and then they roll it into the event where they're going to be at, and they roll it out. So it's a matter of minutes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on another phenomenal product in the DJ industry, a game changer. Is there an award? Do they give awards? Do we have an awards for like game changers in the industry?
We can give them one.
We need to make sure we.
I'm giving you one right now. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like game changers and yeah. But brother, we thank you. We can't wait to meet you in person and chit chat with you. And Tuesday, trust me, right after we hear Rudy.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear Rudy Jer. I don't know if you know who Rudy is from the movie Rudy.
Yeah.
He's a keynote speaker, so I might keep messing with me because I'm a big fan of that movie. So he's speaking. So I said we can't do any interviews until after I hear Rudy give his speech.
So we're going to take him and Rudy to Soldier Field and let them run, at least, like they're running a touchdown, or they're going to run out of the stadium and leave
me alone, man. So
we'll put the old school football here.
So I'm looking forward to hearing Rudy, and then next my whole day will be probably standing around glazing at that booth. But so, man, we're gonna let you go. Thank you for coming on. I guess we didn't have a bunch of questions, and but like I say, we'll get to put our hands on it and see you in person. So that's gonna be great, man. And y'all, we're gonna try to get some great footage and some good pictures and ask all the questions. He might run me and Mike out of there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Well, thank you. And have a good one, and go hit the pool for us. You got the good weather. We're dealing with rain down here. So yeah.
Yes.
So 2
Thank
weeks from today, man, we'll see you.
All right.
All right. Can't wait.
Take care, right? Thanks,
Have a good
man.
one.
All right.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
All right.